Hey, I'm the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Welcome to Open. Hey, coming up on today's show, we're here from two members of the 1984 John F. Kennedy Knights football team who are documenting 40 years of excellence and then and now. We're going to go back then and bring it all the way up. Then we'll sit down with two educators and founding members of a career and technical education high school who will shine a light on how their institution is creating opportunities for future health and medical professionals. Plus, we'll be joined by the communications senior manager for Verizon, who will shed some light on the partnership that opens up an exciting opportunity for our youth this summer. And then finally, a fashion designer and brand owner, he joins us to highlight his clothing brand and so much more. Stay tuned, kick off your shoes, relax your feet. We're wide open. Here we go. Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, our first guests are graduates of John F. Kennedy High School. A lot of history right there. The members of the 1984 JFK Knights and City and State Championship football team. And they join us to speak about how they are commemorating 40 years of excellence. So please welcome to the show Edwin Deleon and Erik Malcolm Bishop Sr. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Ready to play? Let's go. Yeah. All right. Give us a little history. This is history. 1984. I don't think we didn't even have cell phones back then, right?
Didn't have them.
We still had beepers, I think, or those clam
We had beepers.
We had beepers.
And if you had a little money, you
Yeah.
get the big cell phone with the hole.
that real heavy.
Remember that?
Yeah, that was a 4-watt phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You had to strap it on your shoulder and just carry that thing. It's like a brick. Yeah. 4 watts
that.
because we didn't have cell sites all over the place. So
Exactly.
the phone had to be powerful enough to reach an antenna somewhere. But now they're like point something watts
Yeah.
because there's cell sites everywhere.
Gotcha.
So history. 5,000 people or more at your school. Now they got
correct.
them scattered all over.
Yeah.
There's about 4 or 5 different schools
Yeah.
in a
Right.
school now.
Right.
But give us a little history of what it was back then.
Well, basically, I wanted to go to Clinton High School
Yeah.
because I wanted to focus baseball, football. I didn't want to worry about girls then
Yeah.
because I just wanted to put my
You
eyes
went
in
to the wrong
sports.
spot then if you don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
So what happened that summer of '83, if I'm correct, or '82, they kind of changed up the zoning.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to go to Clinton. 3 months later, they sent me a letter, you're going to Kennedy High
That's a
School.
good thing.
And that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I ended up at Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And plus
and-
they have escalators.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
right.
You didn't have to walk the steps.
Yeah.
We had escalators at the School for Graphic Arts and Communications too,
Yes.
Okay.
in the city.
Okay.
Printing high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you guys meet up? Did you know each other before you joined the football team?
No, I mean, we actually came from different locations in the Bronx, and then we all came together, and it was just great because the brotherhood was just automatic. You know, we played JV together,
Yeah.
and then our senior year, we came together and we won the championship.
What positions did you guys play?
I played cornerback.
Yeah, I play strong safety. So anything that moved, I hit. Basically, I was
You gotta
AK.
watch how you say it.
Yeah. So, AKA, they call me Hitman. Hitman 6.
The Hitman. There you
Man
go.
6, that's right.
Yes.
But you guys went on to win championships.
Yes, that was great. That was great. I mean, we won in '84, and we became the PSAL champions for the city, New York City, and then we ended up having to play the Catholic schools for the Metro Bowl, and that was against St. John the Baptist.
Yeah. Wait a minute, and then they discontinued the Metro Bowl.
Exactly.
So you guys were the only ones
Yes.
that were like the champs.
Yes.
Yes.
So what happened was, I think it was going into the 8th year, and the last year they funded the Metropolitan Bowl. That's what it's called. So you know, the first 7 years, the great teams of the Bayside Queens, Ronnie Harmon, Kevin Harmon, they went to the NFL.
Yeah.
They, you know, they couldn't beat the Catholic school. So that was historic for us to, first of all, play it and win it.
So the Catholic schools were the teams to beat.
That was the teams to beat.
Yeah.
Definitely.
They had all of the good players.
They had more money.
They had more money.
Yeah, more support.
They recruited players. We just, you know, you go to the school and you try out. So they recruited players. So it was a little different.
Who was the coach at that time?
Jerry Horwitz. Jerry Horwitz, definitely.
Yeah.
Did a good job.
Is he still around?
Yes.
He's still here, but
here.
he's not, you know, coaching anymore right now. The
Yeah.
coach is Alex Vega.
Will he'll be a part of what you guys are getting?
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, he's number one.
All
You know,
right.
without Coach Horwitz, you know, Jewish guy in the Bronx, you know, and he, in the dead winter, he would wear shorts. And we would look at him like, hey, Coach, don't worry about it. He was a tough guy.
People are still following in his footsteps. You see
Yeah.
a lot of people
Absolutely.
in the wintertime wear shorts.
Very short. And what he did is was able to bring Latinos.
Yeah.
We had one or two white players, brothers, like players. We had a combination of a little bit of everything. Dominicans was like in that area.
Yeah.
We had a couple of Dominican players, and we all blend in. How he just dealt with all these faces was incredible. How he did it. He was a mastermind.
It's tough as a coach to try to bring all everybody together like that. But you guys went on to win some championships.
Yeah.
Now, how did you guys keep together all these years?
Well,
or you just decided, hey, man, we haven't been together in a while. Let's call up everybody.
Well, what would happen is we would have alumni dinners like every 10 years.
yeah.
So we would come together that way. And then what happened 2 years ago, Ed gave me a call. Now, right now, I'm a writer. So I recently wrote a book about 5 years ago called Locked Up and Put Away under the pen name Book of G's. And Ed and I decided that we were going to do something to commemorate and honor the 40th anniversary. So being someone who has a background in film, I don't know if Ed told you, but he was a child film actor. And he was in
Spike
Busted.
Lee's in the house.
No, he was in Busted Loose. He played one of the kids.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did tell me.
Right.
I was one of the kids, 8 kids on the bus with Richard Pryor and Cicely Tyson.
Right.
And I was, you know, that's a classic, you know, and I was one with the red cap, and they called me Ernesto.
Yeah.
And I was a tough Puerto Rican kid there, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You got a star sitting at the table.
Yeah, he's a star. He's a star.
Give him a big round of applause. Look at that. We can hear you at home. When you guys clap, you got to clap real fast. Sound like 1,000 people.
Yeah. So when we talked about it 2 years ago, he said he wanted to do a documentary to honor the 40th anniversary, and I said, wow, it's ironic because I was considering writing a book about that experience. So we ended up about a year ago. Well, it started in October, and we developed a Facebook page, and the idea was to we created these hoodies, which is what we're wearing now, and we wanted to get all our teammates in the hoodies to show then and now. And the idea was to do 40 players in 40 days. And through that, you know, we had so many people that were interested in purchasing the hoodies that actually went to the school and wanted to support, the reunion and the fact that we were doing a documentary. Yeah. And here we are now.
I'm going to jump in one of those and see if I can find a phone booth and hold a phone. Only based upon that story that I told you guys off mic.
Yeah.
But so you in touch with all 40 members of the team?
We got 37. So
Out of 40.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
And you found out their backgrounds, their jobs, and
Everything.
Most of it, yeah,
everything.
he's the writer in regards to
Right.
that.
So I did the history and I looked them up and I found them. We sent them hoodies and we took a picture of them. They took a picture of themselves and we showed it on the Facebook page and we showed them in the uniform when they played.
And a lot of them went off to become
successful people, businessmen, doctors, lawyers. I work at Children's Village, a residential facility, and as a mentor, as a spiritual a leader, I'm also a chaplain, and I bring sermons and preachings for the young people at Children's Village. And I wanted to take a step back because what encouraged me to want to do the documentary was Coach Alex Vega. He's the current coach at Kennedy High School. And he got a hold of me somehow. He goes, hey, coach, I'm coach too, but he goes, yo, Ed, something's wrong. He saw an article in the Daily News that said, I don't want to say the school, so I don't want them
That's it right there.
No, not that one. Not that. That's Coach Jerry Harwood. There was an article that stated that a particular school in the Bronx was the first team to ever win the state championship.
Yeah.
But it wasn't totally true. That school won the state championship, but it was from the Catholic division. But see, we won PSAL public, and we smashed the Catholic school team. So our story is unique.
Metro Bowl.
The Metro Bowl. That's what made it unique. So I love any Bronx team doing well, but the point I want to make sure the story was told correctly. And that's where it encouraged me, hey, I want to do a documentary. You want to do a documentary? I said, man, I'm a former actor. I'm going to figure it out. Don't worry about it. So that's what happened, encouraged. And then that's when Erik goes, okay, cool. I'm writing a book and you do the documentary. Let's go forward. Yeah. We say, great.
It was the pen to the paper. So two wonderful things are going to happen. You're going to write the book and the documentary. What's going to come first? The chicken or the egg?
I mean, most likely the documentary, but we wanted to do both at the same time. So I'm still working on it. Yeah. So it should be done.
The things that you write can be a part of the documentary too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's kind of going back to not necessarily. Well, basically, it's kind of talking about my experience, growing up in the Bronx and how I found true brotherhood being on this team, and how the personalities, came together, and the games that we played, and the structure that we had from the coaching staff, and just how we were able to become champions.
Yeah, yeah.
It's different, and when we started the hoodies, and then we went on Facebook tracking everyone down. When I went over to Queens and I went over to wherever it took me, the Bronx, one of the players that I played with was 1 mile away from me that I haven't seen in 40 years. It was amazing. And it was like, wow, I can't believe. And when we look at each other, it's like 40 years ago, we just hugged each other. Yeah. That's when he said the brotherhood. It was real. It was real.
Camaraderie.
It was real. It was real. It was real.
I feel that.
Yeah, it's real.
So it's going to be a special thing to bring everybody back together. That feeling right there.
Absolutely.
And then the project that you guys are working on.
Right.
It's going to be a special thing for everybody.
And we have a lot of support from our former teammates. Yeah. And we came together for the homecoming game against Clinton. They had like a reception for us and everything. They announced us at halftime on the field.
Did you beat them?
Of course we did.
They had to. We was in our silence saying, y'all need to beat this team or this will look bad. And
you gave them the pep talk and everything?
I think they beat them 32-0 or something like that.
Whoa.
It was a whooping of back in the days. It was a good whooping. Right. I mean, no disrespect to Clinton, but
that was a beatdown.
That's our rival. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah, but it's funny because we met at Children's Village.
Yeah.
And that was before I thought about the documentary. So when we met, you was so cool because when you was on campus, you made it over to the Lands Activity Center. That's one of the recreation facility. It's worth $14 million we invested.
Yeah.
And Dr. Bob Lee, that's when I told him about Bust and Loose. And then remember, I said a good friend of mine, or a friend that I knew back in the day, was Kid Capri. Yeah. And we called him.
Capri. Yeah.
And we called him right there.
Come up there.
Remember, he said, let me call him. He picked up, and we both talking to Kid Capri.
Beautiful.
And after that happened, contacting you, meeting you, and talking to Kid Capri on the phone, a month later, that's when I contact you about the documentary. And then I didn't tell you this. Hopefully, you won't get upset.
I got 30 seconds.
So my mind was like, I know who's going to be the narrator, Dr. Bob Lee.
All right.
I know who's going to do the soundtrack of the music, Kid Capri.
That's what it.
I got 25 seconds. Where can we find more about what you guys are doing? Is there a website, social media?
Well, you can go on Facebook, Kennedy Knights of '84. You can find us there. At the same time, Edwin Deleon, he has a Facebook page as well. I do as well as a writer, Booker G's, and then I also have a website for my book, lockedupandputaway.com. So you can find us there.
Beautiful. Well, listen, thank you guys for coming in. You got to come back and share more.
You
get more of the project done.
Yeah, when the book's
let
done,
us know what's going on.
Project's finished, we'll come through.
All right. Edwin Deleon, pastor and spiritual advisor, Children's Village. Erik Malcolm Bishop Sr, author, Locked Up and Put Away. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Brother.
We'll take a quick break. I've got more all coming your way next on Open.
We're gonna start the show right now. This is my favorite part. Ready in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey, this is Angel, and I am one of the instructors for the in-studio production. Here at BronxNet, we offer classes that can help you elevate, expand, and start your television career. All you have to do is sign up at bronxnet.org/education. For the past 7 years, I have been in various productions, spanning from talk shows, independent films, news reports, art displays, teachings, musical performances, and many more. Ain't that right, Angel? Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angel. There are a lot of creative individuals that we're just waiting to sign up for the class. And if I may, can I also express thank you, Angel. That's all the time we have left. Visit bronxnet.org/education and become a producer by taking the course. The class I offer is also in English, en español y también bilingüe. Nos vemos en la próxima clase.
And welcome back, welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Our next guests are the Dean and Principal of the Institute for Health Professions and Cambria Heights. That's where they are, Cambria Heights, Queens, right? Yes. And they join us to speak about how they are helping the next generation of health and medical professionals. So please welcome to the show, Gareth Robinson and Chrishelle Thorpe. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we got to come and visit your school.
Yes.
Come and
Yeah,
find out
anytime.
what you guys are doing.
Anytime.
What's the school all about?
So we are a small career and technical education high school. We offer our kids a chance to earn EMT certification, certified nursing assistant certification, and we're currently building out a pharmacy tech program.
Yeah.
We are partnered with Northwell Health, Hofstra University, Centers Healthcare, EL Education, New York City Outward Bound, and a whole bunch of other great partners that help our school be really special.
What inspired you guys to start a school like this,
Well,
an institute like this?
we wanted a school in the community that we lived in,
Yeah.
community that we work in, that students and parents could be proud of. And so oftentimes a lot of parents in our area are kind of trying to sneak their kids into other districts. And so we figured that we have a very affluent neighborhood. And so why can't we have a school that everybody's proud of? And so even looking at our kids growing up and trying to make sure that our kids had a quality education, we felt that all kids deserve the same thing. And so we decided to start one of our own.
Yeah, beautiful. So wait a minute, you have some of the elected officials behind you? Like Comrie's out there, Senator Comrie.
Yes.
Senator Comrie's out there.
Yeah.
Councilwoman Natasha Williams
Yes, yes.
and Council Assembly Member Alicia Hyman.
Right.
Yep.
You need to talk to them, or they're behind you, or?
We've been in communication with them, but we always could use more help.
It's one of the things that we tend to be very focused on is the work at the school, so that then can make some of the outreach that we need to do with the local electeds a little more challenging. But we do definitely invite them to everything that our school does, our graduation, special events,
Career days over here. Yeah. Share some of the experiences at the school that has transformed your students' journey toward a healthcare career.
Well, at our school, we're also preparing our kids to be not only ready to go into the health professions, but also college and career ready. And so we focus on health careers, but we also focus on making our kids being able to be competitive. And so one of the transformative things that we see is that when our students leave us and they go on to college, that they are extremely well prepared, and they come back often and thank us they say, you know, we didn't understand what you were saying then, but now we understand when we go to school.
That's
And
that's when
these
they
are,
see the light.
our classmates are struggling, and we're like, we've been doing this for a while.
Right.
So that's always heartwarming
They
when
come
kids
back and
come
ask you
back.
for a job
Yep.
too.
We actually have an alumni who works at our school.
That's going to happen.
We hired someone from one of our graduating classes to work
That's beautiful.
at the school, and we also have alumni who come back and work in our college office as well.
We were just showing some of the pictures while you guys were talking. Let's bring some of those pictures back up, and you guys can elaborate on what you see here. So that's what.
That's us on a senior trip. We just went on a senior trip about 3 weeks ago, and we went to Villaroma. So we had a good time there.
And this right here is one of our current EMT group of students, and they're actually at Northwell Health at the Center for Learning and Innovation doing training.
Yes.
So Northwell has been an amazing partner for us, and you know they provide things for the kids that you know we as a school alone couldn't possibly do. Again, this is them practicing their practical skill labs. So on our school is scheduled so that on Fridays, our CTE kids, that's when they're doing a lot of their clinical skills.
Somebody broke a leg there, and they're
Floats in it.
right.
Yep.
Yeah. Great. This is great. So they learn EMT work also. They can
Yes. So the
CPR and everything.
Yes, so the way the school is structured, our ninth grade year is more generalized. We offer the kids get to take music and art while they're in ninth grade. And we're going to really start working on building up a lot of their writing skills. Our school is a member of the New York Performance Standards Consortium, so we're one of 38 schools in the state that's had a waiver from doing most of the Regents exams. So that's allowed us to do things differently. 10th and 11th grade, they take some prep work called the Health Core Curriculum, where they're going to learn a lot of medical terminology, anatomy and physiology. And then in their senior year, they'll select either the EMT track, the nursing assisting track, the pharmacy track. And then for some of the kids who actually aren't interested in medicine, we then do some career development work with them to help them have a plan for when they leave school.
Yeah, yeah. But the people come back and they say, hey, look. Hey, Mom, look what I'm into. Hey, Dad, look what I'm into.
Yes, so one of the great things about not having to have done most of the Regents exams is our kids are able to do, we can do full-on, in-depth project-based learning at our school in ways that a lot of schools can't. In 11th grade, 11th or 12th grade, the kids are going to do what's called their science performance-based assessment task. Yeah. One of them, the kids have to engineer a project, and we normally treat it as we've been doing a humanitarian airdrop. So this year they were presented with your responsibility is to get this humanitarian aid into Gaza. And so it's timely, it's relevant, and then now they also have to deal with the actual real world physics of what happens, so they see what they're learning, how that applies. We have a green science class where the kids are actually, like, they grow food, they learn urban farming, they're learning about the different health benefits, and they have to actually create an original science experiment that they themselves design, they themselves conduct, and then they have to write a paper and do a presentation in front of a panel. So as Chrishelle said, when our kids leave and go to college and they're told, you have to write a 5-page paper next week.
Oh, we got this.
Exactly,
Yeah, we know how to do
because
this.
they've been doing it for a few years with us.
Light work.
Yes.
Yeah, so, well, you don't have to do a whole lot because these kids are in line, right? They know what they want to do. Because usually as a dean of a school.
They're still kids. They keep me busy, but I wouldn't see myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
Just the opportunity to help and mold and help young people become the best version of themselves.
That's an important job right there.
It is. It's heavy work, but it's fulfilling work.
Yep. And we make sure that we do our best to share a lot of the work that normally schools may have, like a lot of administrators doing. So we have advisory. And so each student is in a small group advisor, about 15 kids. It meets every day. Yeah. They start their day with a little 5-minute check-in with their advisors in the morning. And so that ensures that all of our kids are known really well by at least one adult. Our school is also broken up into 4 houses, so the kids are able to spend at least 2 years with their content area teachers. Wow. So that ensures that, like, the students know the teachers, and the teachers, more importantly, really understand our kids as learners, how they learn best, what they struggle with, and our teachers also function. We do a lot of team-based things as a staff, as a school, to make sure that it's never, no one at our school should feel like they're on an island by themselves.
Right, right. And, with the way you're operating your school, you feel very, very proud about a lot of the things that's happening in and around your school. Chrishelle, what stands out in your mind? Give me one class or one student that just blows you away, maybe over the years or now.
So watching our students transition into their CTE tracks is an important moment. You know, they get their uniforms. We make sure that they feel good, they look good, so they can go out and do the part. I think the compassion and the empathy that our students have for one another, because our kids are trained, if someone is suffering a medical emergency, we have kids that will sometimes jump right in before we even get there, which is amazing.
You have a defibrillator in the school?
Yeah. Yes. And so our
light work, right?
Light work.
Yes, no.
Light work for the kids.
Light work.
Yeah.
Sometimes we step aside, and also we're doing this today, but normally we have our kids do this type of work, and so they are the best advocates for the school. And when we're recruiting and we have the kids speaking about what they're learning and what they're doing, parents are amazed, students are amazed, and that is how we get a lot of our students that come to our school from hearing from their peers. And so when they can do that, that's when we know that we're doing our job.
Do they go off and do internships, like volunteer ambulance jobs and
yes.
jobs at the hospital?
Yes, so we do have a bunch of different internship programs so the kids can get some experience. Kids work at a local children's hospital, they work at a daycare. We've paid kids as an internship to learn how to swim, then become certified lifeguards, so that they now, as you know, that's a nice little step.
For lifeguards in the city now.
Oh, we know. That's why we tell the kids all the time, like, you better come get in this pool. You know, we're fortunate to be in a building that has a pool, and so we do that. We had a couple of kids whose internship was to learn how to swim and then joining a swim team. But then senior year, when they're in the CT tracks, that's when it really kicks up a notch. So the EMT kids, like I said, almost every Friday from September to May, they're at Northwell learning clinical skill labs. Starting right around midwinter recess, the kids have to sign up for their ambulance rotation. So they have to do 2 12-hour ambulance tours.
And that's exciting because they come back and they tell us about their rotations, and they're so excited about the work that they did and the things that they've seen. And we have a lot of kids that graduate, and actually when they're in college, they work at local ambulance companies per diem as a way to make money while they're in school, instead of working in a mall or working in retail. They're able to they have some real world work experience.
We have a minute left. What do you want the public to know within this minute that we hadn't spoken about?
That we are a gym in Cambria Heights. We treat our kids the same way that we treat our own kids. We are very close-knit and family-oriented, and we love more support and recognition in the community, because we're doing really good work.
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, to have something out there by you, you can go to college bus tour getting ready to happen in April. You have any students that want to get involved,
Nope. And then we also do international trips. So last year we took some kids to Costa Rica. This year we're going to Spain. Next year we're going to South Korea. We are one of the few schools in the city that has a Korean language program.
Beautiful.
So our kids get 2 years of Korean.
Got a website?
Yes, ispch.org, or you can see us at ispch on Instagram or any of the social medias. And if you're old-fashioned, you want to email us, info@ispch.org.
There you go. The Institute for Health Professionals at Cambria Heights. Gareth Robinson, the principal, Institute for ISP. You say the whole initiative. ISPCH. I was going to read the whole thing out again. And Chrishelle Thorpe, the teacher and dean. She's doing her thing. Both of you guys, we love what you're doing. Thanks for giving your all to our students and people in our community. We appreciate you and love you for it.
All right, thanks
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Come back and share again. And we got to come to your school.
Absolutely, please.
You got it. We'll take a break right here. I've got more coming up next on Open. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back. Our next guest is the Communications Senior Manager for Verizon, and he's with us to shed some light on how a new partnership is enhancing New York City Football Club's youth summer camp. So please welcome to the show, Serico.
Hey,
welcome, welcome,
thanks
welcome.
for having me.
How
Really
are you?
appreciate it.
Yeah. So how did this all start? I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. You know.
Well, I've got to do my job a little better then, if that's the case, because I work in communications for Verizon, so I want to make sure that the word gets out. So thanks for having me.
It's
on this
getting
one.
out.
So.
You are shedding some light. You are spreading the word.
Excellent, excellent. So yeah, you were asking me how this got started. So last year, 2024.
Oh, so you're good. It only started last year.
Yeah. I mean, if it had been around 30 years, I should be fired by now. But yeah, I know. I'll work on that. This is starting off to a great start already. I'm like, I really am a professional, but let's let me go. No, so last year we started a partnership with New York City Football Club. It's one of many partnerships that we have with sports franchises across our footprint.
Yes.
And it's been a really great, even in a short period of time, it's been a really great partnership. What we're doing is we're working with New York City Football Club, which of course plays many of its games in Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Yeah. So we love that, and we've said, well, how can we help in the community and make this experience really, transcend just the grounds of Yankee Stadium. Right. And so what we did was we worked on a partnership for summer camps, not just in the Bronx, not just in New York City, but actually expanding outward into Westchester County and Long Island as well. So we've got youth soccer camps for 7 to 14-year-olds, co-ed, of all ability levels. I love that. I played soccer. I was terrible. I played left bench. Even then, they're like, we need someone else over here. We need to get the water cooler over here. It's a little more functional than you are. But it really is great so that the kids of all ability levels can learn and play with each other. And it's what I really love about it is, and I saw this note in the release that went out from New York City Football Club that we partnered on, and it's about the youth coaches at New York City Football Club really teaching participants to be confident and creative, and they write with the ball. But it's more than that. I mean, I think one of the best things about sports, as we learned earlier, is the camaraderie and the confidence and the creativity that comes with that. Absolutely. And you apply that everywhere else in life. That's wonderful. Yeah. So I love anything that gives people of all skill levels the opportunity. I mean, look at this. I mean, that's great. They're already more talented than I am, I can tell you right now. But to give that confidence, that creativity to youth is spectacular, because they could just take that everywhere they go for the rest of their lives. So I love that.
How is this partnership improving the quality of the summer youth program?
I think it's important to have access. And I think it's important to have the ability to get better in anything that you want to do on your own terms in places that are literally close to home. Yeah. So anything that we can do to improve access and improve abilities and processes for children to get involved, and not just in soccer, but just in the community in general, that's a win for everyone. Yeah. So it's just one of many things that we're doing in the area. So I'll give you another example. Verizon's really big on workforce development. We had a fantastic event at our Fordham Road event in the Bronx last year, where people learned about our Skill Forward program. They learned more about our technologies to kind of help them with small businesses. And they really just learned more about technology in general, about all the ways that, not just Verizon, but how we as people can help in the community. So we're big on anything that we can do to make everyone's worlds better, safer, more fun. I like it. I'm trying. Hey, that's what we're trying to do here. So anything that we can do to bring access and fun and improve the way that the Bronx and New York City lives, works, and plays, we're all about that.
That's all about community building.
Yeah.
How can parents get because people are going to be looking.
Sure.
Where can I put my child in maybe a summer camp or something like that?
So
they're researching.
Yes. So you can go to New York City Football Club. This might actually get a good lower third opportunity. I used to work in news, you can tell.
Right,
so you can go to New York City Football Club.
Let's sign them up.
Yeah.
The guys in the control room are asking for you to come up.
That's good. That's good. I'll let you know. I'll get in touch with my agent. But yeah, it's New York City Football Club, and I think it's a little bit of a long website, /youth/soccer-clubs. But you can find it by going to New York City Football Club or NewYorkCityFC.com. You can learn more about it there. And you can learn more about Verizon and our responsible business practices at Verizon.com/responsibility.
What are the age groups that you're looking for?
We're looking for 7 to 14-year-olds. We want to make sure that people are talented enough to actually kick a soccer ball and not take someone's eye out like I used to. And you also want to make sure that they're not, already a D1 athlete. We want the kids to be actually developed there. So, so it's a good age group for formative learning, and also to just have fun. I think it's important to have an opportunity to go to a soccer club where it's not all serious. It's not putting it in the corner of the net every single time. It's like, let's have some fun here with kids your own age from all over the city. Listen, if you can score a goal, great. But if you can sit on the bench and root for people too, there's value in that too.
When I played, I was a goalie.
There you go.
I worked the goal.
Man, that's tough. Yeah. I played goalie for one season, and that's almost a no-win, because you're either saving the game and everyone's like, yeah, but someone else scored the goal, so good for that person. And you give up 6 goals, and it's like, Serico, what are you doing back there? And that's why I pursued musical theater instead. So there are multiple. We all contain multitudes.
But you're helping in many ways.
That's true. I was a cheerleader in many ways, mostly from the heart and mostly from left bench. But I love reinforcing. Actually, bring it back here for a second, because we've gone off the deep end. But I love giving people the opportunity to find their strengths, try things that they've never done before, and really excel in ways that they want to excel in, and maybe with opportunities that they wouldn't have had otherwise. So
they can sign up at how do they qualify?
Yes.
They can go to the website, they can sign up.
Yeah, the good news is there's no qualification. It's just you go to the website, you sign up for it, and they'll actually group you with people of similar skill levels.
Got it.
So that way you're not, smoking, someone else down the field, and at the same time no one's, kicking one right past your ears as it goes into the net. So it's good to be with people who are of the same skill level, so that you're confident. Again, confidence and creativity, you can really foster that.
And this starts in springtime or summertime?
Yeah, late spring into the summer. And it's really great, especially we're all looking for things to do over the summer. And there are only so many, phones that you can get at Verizon. Right. So after that, we got to get outside a little bit. We've got Global Day of Unplugging this weekend. So this past weekend. So it's good to have the ability to get out there. Actually, we have on your screen right now all the places where you can participate in this. Manchester City is a little far from here, but we do have a lot of New York City and Long Island and Westchester places to do this, including Connecticut. So we even get a Connecticut involved with them. They're allowed to join us as well.
Do you guys play one another? Or
no, I think they're stationed by themselves. That'd be amazing, though. We have a Metro Bowl of their own. Yeah, that'd be awesome. We just have like New York City versus Westchester. We'll have to work on that.
Let's talk about that.
exactly. So right now, I think they're just self-contained. But
and of course, people can go to the games.
I think it's mostly. I don't know if they're actually fielding games. That's a great question. But I can't imagine they wouldn't. It's not a lot of fun to just dribble around cones all the time. I'm sure they're playing games against each other, but it really it's a great development opportunity.
Moms and dads, you want the crowd to cheer you on.
And that's a sport of its own, if we're really being honest about that. It's just like talking about, how's everything? You gotta make sure that you're playing defense in the right ways there too, and making sure that you're not giving away all of your strategies. And that's just on the sidelines with the parents. So hopefully the kids are actually playing soccer.
Right. So you've been doing this. It started last year. You said 2024.
Yes, this partnership just started last year. So we've been making quick work, and we have a lot of these partnerships in the area. We got it with the New Jersey Devils, the Rangers, the Islanders, the Knicks. Basically, you name it, we've got partnerships with all these teams, and it's not just about like exchanging money. It's about what can we do to actually improve the experience for fans, for people in the community, so that it's not just like, oh, okay, we get our logo in the stands. I mean, quite frankly, and I work for the company, who cares? Like, you want to make a difference. So this is one way that we're making a difference in the community. We're actually helping to fund these programs throughout the city and the metro area to make life better for people.
Can you bring one of the BronxNet cameras down? Can we cover what you guys are doing?
That sounds great. We actually, as far as I know, we don't have any in the Bronx just yet. I've literally talked to people about this to make sure that is covered going forward. But we do have camps almost everywhere else in the metro area in New York City. So
we can come out and cover you.
For sure. Just give us a heads up.
Permission from
just give me a heads up and we'll let them know. It's just so that we don't have random people running on with the camera and they're like, wait a minute, who is that? That's right.
We tell the guys in the control room. We don't want guys running around with a camera.
That's all right. Just for the right reasons. We want to make sure that all the parents and kids are cool with it. But
who's that guy?
That's right. No, I know. It's bad enough when I show up. They're like, wait, who's that guy? No, he's supposed to be here. And it's like, oh, okay, all right. Let's make sure of that. So.
So you got a minute. What do you want to tell our?
I've been with Verizon for a little more than 5 years now, and I'm just really proud of the work that we do. Not just, connecting people in a literal and a figurative way, but really to make the communities better.
Yes.
So, we have a refreshed slogan, which is we power and empower the way that our customers live, work, and play. And that covers pretty much everything if you think about it in the best way. But I really love how we're out in the community and we're trying to make people's lives better proactively instead of reactively. That's my favorite part of the job. I was a journalist for 17 years. And so I was always looking for people who were doing great things in the community, much like this show does. So to be able to do that in a new way, in a new chapter of my life has been fantastic.
Well, they got the right man for the job.
Thank you.
For sure.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So we're going to keep you for
I would love that.
a little while longer.
I'd love that. That would be great.
But we're going to offer you a job here, too.
Yes, I multitask, so I'd love that too. Oh, and one of my bosses would kill me if I didn't say this. We have the best retail team in the business.
There you go.
So if you want to come visit any of our 409 stores in the greater New York City metro area, please come visit us. We'd love to talk to you.
All right, here. I'm switching this.
There you go. That's right. No more phone booths for you anymore. That's right.
Oh, you heard that.
I did.
Social media?
Social media, we're all over the place. Any lower thirds that you've got here, I'll do the Vanna White.
There you
you go. Very nice there. I told you it was a little bit of a long URL, but you can go to that website, freeze your screen, hit pause, go to that one. That's where you can sign up for the youth camps, and we'd love to be a part of your experience. So.
Chris, thank you so much.
Of course.
Yeah. Chris Serico, Communications Senior Manager, Verizon.
Thank you for having me. An absolute pleasure.
Can you hear me now? No, that's something.
No, that's us. He's back.
Remember from way back?
Yeah,
he's back. You're going to bring
now.
him back?
He's already back. He's
All
hanging out
right.
with
Can
Buzz
you hear me
Aldrin.
now? Can you hear me now?
We can.
You heard it first right here. We'll take a break. I've got more coming up on Open next. And welcome back. Our last guest is a visionary, currently showcasing his innovative spring collection at the New York Fashion Week, and the founder of the luxury brand Bárzaga, and has recently been celebrated in Vogue Mexico for his groundbreaking storytelling. He's good, and he's here to share the journey from conception to creation. So please welcome to the show, Alejandro Piedra Bárzaga. Alejandro, welcome.
Hello, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Everybody?
Are you in New York right now?
No, I am in Miami. I'm actually in my studio right now.
Oh, okay. That's the Alejandro studio, right?
Yes.
There
it
you
is.
go. All right. I know. I got you covered. Now, tell us about your spring collection. You're working on it right now, and you received a mention in Vogue Mexico. Whoa.
Yeah, that was great. I was invited by FDLA, by Albania Rosario. She's also a Dominican, and she's the owner of that platform. And we get like a lot of great things there. Like we did great, and also we are working now in a new collection. You know, the fashion move very fast,
Yes.
and yeah, we are working on that right now.
So
Normally,
this is a spring collection?
yes. Normally, we start with the concept, something that we wanted to say,
Uh-huh.
and then I came out with the sketches that are behind me, and from that we start building the collection, looking for the specific fabric that we're gonna tell the story, why we are choosing that fabric, lining, everything,
Yeah.
everything.
So you put it all together, right? But listen,
Yeah.
you were mentioning Vogue Mexico. How did that make you feel?
We feel great, you know. But at the same time, we are very proud of our work. We work a lot, and
Yeah.
we always have the faith that something good will happen with our work, and that's how it is. Is like that.
Yeah, bien. You use a lot of gold, right? What does the gold symbolize for you?
Yeah, in the collection that I present is about lost, because we believe that we are living in very interesting and chaotic times. But as a human beings, we need to understand that we feel the same things. That doesn't matter ethnicity or where you came from. If you lose somebody that you actually love, is that hurt is the same from everyone, and that's one of the strongest part that we wanted to tell
Yeah.
in the collection.
And you also have the Cuban culture that's a major part of your brand. How do you incorporate that into your fashion?
Yeah, I believe that when you do something that is truly came from your heart or from your guts, it's impossible to separate yourself from your work or from where you came from, and always incorporating small details from your past, from your childhood, like this specific detail. This is a cup cap from Coca-Cola cup cap,
Oh,
and
yeah?
normally that's part of the collection belts that we put on the weights
Yeah.
in the coats,
Yeah.
and we used to play with that when in my childhood a lot, and that's es- very small details that symbolize a lot in the whole process, in the collection,
Yeah,
in the work that we do, that
Right.
connect us with our roots in many different ways.
Yeah, now you're still playing with that same piece, but in a different way, using it through fashion, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true. It's totally true. It's
So-
like that.
Fashion is a form of self-expression. How do you want people to feel when they wear Bárzaga?
Normally when we do our clothes, I never think in somebody in specifically, because I feel that when we design our clothes can be wear for men's or for women. Depends the people that really wanted to wear it. I don't have a specific gender on a specific person to in mind to wear my clothes. I just do clothes. If the people like it, they can buy it. It's no. It's for somebody that wanted to wear Bárzaga.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Is there a star or somebody in your mind that you would like to see wearing your clothes? Who?
Yes,
What would?
sure.
Yeah. What would excite the heck out of you if you saw them
For sure.
in your clothes?
I
or
always
gave you that
have-
call, said, "Hey, we want to dress up in your stuff here." In
Yeah,
your fashion.
I have one person in mind that is Zendaya. I would love to dress that woman.
Who's that?
For sure. Zendaya.
Zendaya. Ah.
Yeah. We would love to work with her in one time,
Yeah.
for sure. I know that she will look great in our clothes. Yeah.
How would you and your crew feel if you saw her dressing up and she gave you that call? Hey, I heard you on TV. We would like to take a look at that. Let's work.
We are ready. Yeah, we are ready. It's not. We don't need to wait that much. If we receive that call, we are ready to go.
You
for
probably
sure,
already have
100%.
a size. You have a size and everything, right?
Everything is ready.
Yeah.
Everything is ready. For her, for sure.
Yeah. Alejandro, what are you working on right now? You have something
right
in
now-
mind that you're working on?
Yeah, right now we are working a couple of things. Right now we are probably soon we are going to do a drop of new scarf, 10 scarf. I am designing 10 scarf.
Oh, so you do a
And
lot of
we-
accessories, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do different things. But now the most recent drop that we will have is a collection of 6 scarf, and each of a scarf will have 10 units, and that's it. We will not repeat that design again. At
Yeah.
the same time, I am working in the next collection. I am drawing now the new sketches and choosing the fabrics and putting everything together
Wow.
and things like that. It's like a keep going and keep going and keep going and be
Yeah.
better and be better and be better. That's the idea.
What keeps you hot? What keeps you motivated to keep pushing forward to design some of your best fashions?
That's a great question. Um, hmm. Just a desire to be the best or to get the best out of me and to give the people what I feel and what I wanted to tell. That's what keep me going.
And this is your passion. This is what you love.
Yeah,
So,
totally. I don't
yeah.
see myself doing something else. That's the first key. I don't actually see myself doing something else.
This is
I
it.
just want to do this. Yeah.
This is it. Do you have a fashion show coming up that everybody can get involved in or come and see?
Not yet. Not yet. Because we are planning the next collection and we need to wait to see if something will happen. But something will happen for sure.
So the collection that you're working on next will be the fall collection?
No, will be a spring summer.
Spring summer collection.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Will be a spring summer. Yeah, we are preparing everything right now. We are preparing everything.
Yeah, and where do you showcase a lot of this? Do you come to New York City?
Normally we show it here in Miami
Uh-huh.
or in different places. Sometimes we show it in New York. Sometimes we show them here. It's depend.
Yeah.
It's depend.
I want you to tell everybody in Spanish to come and check you out. Say, vente, whatever in Spanish. Go ahead.
Bueno, yo les puedo decir que miren nuestra cuenta. Nosotros estamos en Instagram, estamos en todas las cuentas, en todas las plataformas digitales como Bárzaga.oficial. Ahí pueden mirar nuestro trabajo y si les interesa nos pueden escribir y nos pueden comunicarse con nosotros y podemos trabajar. Esa es la idea.
Yeah. And they can go on your website to find out more.
Yes, for sure.
Say that,
For sure.
say that in English and Spanish.
My website is alejandrobarzaga.com in Spanish and in English. And in Spanish is alejandrobarzaga.com.
Yeah.
They can see my work there. And Instagram is barzaga.official. And Instagram is barzaga.oficial.
Beautiful. So this is the spring collection.
Yes, it is.
The spring collection.
It
We
is.
can go on and we can check it out, right? We go to the website and check the spring collection out right now.
No, not right now.
Oh, so you're
What
going
I-
to put it
what-
up there. It's coming.
Yes, that's coming. What we did was for winter.
Yeah.
And we are preparing the lookbook to present it in our website. In our website, that's what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
In that specific moment.
Beautiful. Listen,
Yes.
thank you for sharing, and you gotta come back, and maybe you can come into the studio one time, and you can bring the models, and you can dress them up and everything. We have a whole area for you.
Oh, it would be nice.
Yeah.
We would love to get there again
Yeah.
and present it and talk to you guys and know the whole crew in person. That would
Yeah.
be a great experience for us.
Right, and
for
Nueva
sure.
York, Nueva
Nueva
York.
York.
Yeah.
It is. That's a great.
All right.
That's a great city. That's a great city.
I heard you're looking for interns. You have internships programs? Internships?
Not yet. Not yet. Normally, I work with people that are near to me.
Uh-huh.
My wife is my partner.
Yes.
Partner in crime. We are always talking and discussing everything about what we are going to do. And sometimes I work with universities here, and some of the students came to my studio and learn and work with me sometimes, or I go to the universities and work with them, and like that as a partner.
Yeah, beautiful. And listen, thank you for all that you do. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll be looking forward to checking out all of the wonderful things that you do in fashion.
No, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me to your program, to talk to you guys, to talk to the Bronx.
Yes.
For us, it's great. You know,
From Miami to New York.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. From Miami to New York.
Give me that website one more time.
From Miami to New York, for sure.
Give me
From
that.
Miami to New York.
Your website is right there, but you can say.
Yes. My website is bárzaga.official or Bárzaga.oficial. Ahí pueden encontrar todo mi trabajo. There can look all of my work. And also in Instagram, the same. Bárzaga.official.
Alejandro Piedra Bárzaga, fashion designer and founder of Bárzaga Luxury Clothing. We appreciate you and thank you. Thanks for coming on,
guys.
all right?
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I want to thank our guests for joining us and you, our viewers, for tuning in and checking it all out. You can keep following us on BronxNet TV for continued coverage. Thank you so much for letting me share in this space and time with you. Join our host, Jonathan Calixto, Darren Jaime, and Rena Valentin is in there too, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday for all new episodes of Open. Remember this, I'll catch you another day, another way, and I'll see you on WBLS 107.5. I love you all. Peace.